Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Jazz, and for those of you who don't know me, I make beauty and lifestyle content here on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. Today I'm going to show you my recent trip to Boston through the lens of the new iPhone 17 Pro. This is the new iPhone 17 Pro Max. I got it in the color Midnight Blue along with a matching case. We went to Boston for the first time. It was beautiful. The weather was crisp. It was fall. It was honestly such a lovely time. We definitely fell in love with Boston. So this is going to be kind of a mixed video showing you a perfect 2-day itinerary and also showing you how the new camera on the iPhone 17 Pro performs. I vlogged my entire trip with it. I'm going to show you all the clips, raw footage, no edits, no enhancing, and no color grading. And also, in case there are any tech bros ready to attack me in the comments, this video is for people who are not camera nerds, okay? I have many different cameras. I'm filming on my Sony right now. I just want to show you guys how the camera performs for people who want to vlog their trips, whether it be for a video or memories. So I'm not going to get into the whole nitty-gritty of the cameras and the features and the technicals of it. So for my girls who don't know much camera talk, don't worry, we're going to keep it nice and simple. Here are the camera settings that I used for the entirety of the trip. I tried to not mess around with them too much just to keep everything consistent. These first few clips were taken at the airport in RDU the night of our flight to Boston.
Camera test. It's pretty good actually.
So now we're at day one in Boston. Obviously, the first thing we had to do is go get coffee, and we went to Blue Bottle. We stayed with one of our best friends from college who recommended Blue Bottle. We had never had it before. It was so good, you guys. I wish we had one of these locations here. It is a popular chain, but it is not available in North Carolina. I got the Shakerado. Highly, highly recommend. First thing I do want to note, and I noticed it so quickly when I started vlogging, was the stabilization on this new camera and in the phone in general is amazing. For those of you who don't know, the stabilization is what keeps the video more stiff and smooth while you're filming. So when you're shooting something while you're walking or when you're moving around, the stabilization is what keeps just everything really nice and smooth. Basically, it's the stabilization when it's not physically stabilized on a tripod. I definitely noticed a huge improvement with this camera. When I was vlogging and we were walking around, it wasn't super shaky, which I appreciate so much, because if you're buying this phone and this camera to vlog, then this is a huge upgrade because not all of us can carry a tripod around everywhere we go. After coffee, we walked over to Tate, which is a super popular bakery in Boston. We got some breakfast croissant sandwiches there. We ate outside, we drank our coffee, and ate our little breakfast. I got this video of this bird, and I literally could not help but the whole trip zoom in on so many different things because the zoom on this camera is actually insane. It keeps the quality still really good, but you can zoom in insanely close to objects or things that are super far away, and I'll show you more clips of that in a little bit. After breakfast, we walked over to the Boston Public Garden, which was beautiful. There's just so much nature, so many people walking around. We did go in late October, so I was expecting more fall foliage. I was a little disappointed that the leaves were still mostly green. Beautiful nonetheless. Then we walked over to Beacon Hill. We visited the cutest little bookshop. If you love books, definitely go to this bookshop. You're gonna love how cute it is, and you can get yourself a little souvenir there. We also visited the most photographed street, which I believe was called Acorn Street, which I'm not gonna lie, a little underwhelming. Still really cute, but a little underwhelming. Now about halfway through day one, I started noticing this flickering whenever I was filming, especially when I was trying to move the camera and just get some like landscape shots while I was filming. I don't know if you'll notice it, but if you look really closely, you'll see the flickering, especially in the areas where there's more light, like the sky or a building. I wasn't paying much attention to it at first, but then it became super noticeable. I will talk about that in a second, but I did want to point that out because you might notice it throughout the video. Next thing we did is we walked through Harbor Walk. We sat on a bench for a little bit. Again, showing you more of the zoom camera capabilities, which is honestly, I've never seen a phone camera that good at zoom. We sat on a bench and then we headed over to the sandwich shop to get some lunch. My bestie who we were staying with recommended it, and it was a pretty pricey sandwich, I'm not gonna lie, but it was huge. It definitely fed 2 or more people and it was so delicious. So definitely go try it out. Trust me, it was so good. I'm not sure if you're interested in antiquing, but Boston is the place to go thrifting, to go vintage shopping, to go antiquing. So my bestie took us to Cambridge. We did have access to a car. The Cambridge Antique Mall, best antique store I've ever seen in my entire life. They had such amazing stuff. I actually had to go buy another suitcase, which I have never done in my life, to bring stuff back because I found my dream lamps. I found some vintage leather jackets, and then we did some more shopping the next day on Newbury. I'll show you that in a minute. These lamps are my pride and joy. They are probably one of the best things that I own. I have been wanting these lamps for 3 years now, and I was willing to settle for the white ones. I found them in pink, you guys. 2 of them. 2, not just 1, 2 of them. I swear the antiquing gods, they sent me to that mall that day for me to receive my little lamps. I love them and I got them at a really good price as well. So if you love antiquing, you love vintage shopping, vintage furniture, definitely check out the Cambridge Antique Mall. We were pretty much wiped out by the end of day 1. So we went to get a little pick-me-up coffee. We went home, we changed, we chilled for a little bit, freshened up, and then we headed over to Cava for dinner. I did do some vlogging with the front camera. As you can see, the front camera quality has honestly improved tremendously. I would have never ever vlogged with the front camera just because it can get so fuzzy and you can see all the noise in the video footage, especially when you're uploading it to a computer or uploading it to YouTube. But the front camera filming quality is so good. The front camera improvement alone might be worth it. Now for a lot of those clips, I obviously had the phone rotated horizontally to film with the front camera as well as the back camera, but the front camera has this new feature that is so cool. It's called center stage. So when you click it and you're filming with the front camera, it basically rotates the image so you can film without physically rotating your phone. I'm gonna try to insert some clips of what I'm talking about, but you can now film holding your phone vertically like you normally would, and it will film the footage horizontally so you can upload it to YouTube without having to physically rotate the phone, which is such a cool feature to have, especially again, if you're someone who is looking to film for YouTube more often or you want to vlog for YouTube. It's so convenient to not have to rotate your phone, which sometimes can get in the way, and also sometimes it just calls a lot of attention. So if you're someone that's kind of shy when you're filming in public especially, this new feature is so cool because it literally just looks like you're just holding your phone. So moving on to day 2, of course we started the day with a little bit of coffee and a little bit of breakfast. We then headed over to the Boston Public Library, which was insanely gorgeous. They do not make libraries like this anymore, you guys. Now I will say one thing that I've noticed with this camera, and honestly all the other cameras as well, is the lens flare is pretty insane. There are just flares all over the screen and the picture and the video. That's normal, all cameras do that. That's not like a defect or anything, but it does happen pretty often. Now, this is when I noticed the flickering was a little bit too much for my liking. I was honestly trying to ignore it most of the trip. I was like, oh, maybe something's going on. Maybe it's my fault. At that point, even my husband noticed it. So I did a quick little search on Reddit and on Google. And apparently this is an issue for a lot of people with the new iPhone 17 Pro. A lot of people said that just turning it on and off did provide a solution. So I tried that and it did work, but I'm going to say it was a temporary solution because it did come back, I think later that day or the next day. I can't remember, but for a few hours, it definitely did go away. I thought the problem had faded completely, but it kept coming back. And to this day, I still get that flickering. I don't know what that is. I think I'm gonna take it into Apple because I love the camera. I love everything about it. I love the zoom. I love the new front camera features. I love the quality, but that flickering drives me insane because it happens literally anytime you're filming and you're moving the camera, you have to stay still. Otherwise, if you're moving, you will see the flickering. For the majority of day 2, we did some shopping on Newberry. I got so many good things there. I had never been to Aesop. In fact, I don't think I own anything by Aesop. So I got some incense there, which my bestie was like, you need this incense. I love incense in my house, but I have very, very cheap incense that kind of, you know, smokes up the house. The smell fades very quickly. So I was like, you know what? I'll try Aesop, I guess. I also went to the Diptyque candle store. I don't even know how you pronounce it. That's how bougie it is. It's just, I don't even know how to pronounce it. I got a definitely overpriced candle there. We also went to the Muji store, which I had never even heard of Muji, and now I'm obsessed with Muji. I love stationery things and they have the best stationery stuff there. We grabbed some midday lunch. We went over to Chinatown to have some dim sum. And we honestly ended that day pretty early because we were already super tired. We had a flight the next day. We were like, you know what? Let's just check into our hotel early. We did stay with our friend for the previous 2 nights, but the last night we decided to check into the Citizen M Hotel, which I had seen on TikTok, and the hype is real. The Citizen M is my new standard for hotels. Everything is just so convenient. You can check in the hotel without even having to speak to anybody. It's super cozy. You can adjust the blinds, the curtains, the color of the lights, the temperature, the TV from the iPad on the nightstand. I just think it's definitely such a cool hotel with a fun and convenient experience. Also, this isn't an ad. I guess I'm just a Citizen M fan now. The view from the hotel was super cute too. The day we woke up for our flight, it was rainy. So it was just perfect. Like a little rainy day in Boston with a nice view from our hotel. We ended the last day right before our flight by getting ready, going to Tate, getting some last minute coffee and baked goods. And that was our trip to Boston. I hope you guys enjoyed the 2-day itinerary. It's very short, but honestly, you get a lot done. I feel like we did mostly everything that we wanted to do. We saw a lot of Boston because all of the walking kind of involves basically walking through the entirety of Boston. But I am someone who gets very tired very quickly when I'm traveling. To me, a vacation or a travel or a trip should involve relaxing. I shouldn't be stressed. I shouldn't be super tired. So I tried to do as much as I can without literally exhausting myself. So feel free to steal this itinerary. I promise you, it is the perfect itinerary. You won't get too tired and you'll still get to see and do a lot of things. As for the camera and vlogging with the camera, I very, very much enjoyed it. My last one was the iPhone 14 Pro, and you can definitely tell a huge difference between the two cameras. I think the quality is insanely good, both back camera and front camera. I love the stabilization and the new front camera feature. The pictures also look really good, even when they're just raw and not edited. The flickering though, that is an issue. That is an issue that we're definitely gonna have to fix. So if you're someone that's interested in the new camera for vlogging, if you're interested in starting content, if you're interested in YouTube, then this might be the perfect device for you to get started. It's not a huge investment on a crazy good camera that you might never pick up again. You'll always use your phone. You'll always have your phone. So nothing should stop you from creating beautiful little pieces when you travel or vlogs, whether that's for content on social media or just memories. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you live in Boston, let me know what I should do next time I go, which honestly might be in a few months because we loved it so much. I think we're gonna have to go back. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave me a little comment, and I will see you guys next time.